diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Heaves it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So Clemson's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down, get the conversion, move the sticks.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the air, it's Underwood. Puts it out of the air. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with C-zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Bringing the heat. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Underwood. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers. First points of the day are on the board.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets and small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Underwood. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Target down the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense, got him at the 27. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll leave it with the lone back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Oh, they're after him. Grabbed over the middle. It's Larson. There he goes. Past the 10. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. From the gun, to give, looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, yes, 7 games in, we ain't crowned a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Rush is on him. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hauls it in. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
On target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The sure hands, it's Jones. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Forced out of the pocket. Got rid of it just in time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hill. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands. It's Jones. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Jones. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Big fella moving. Touchdown, Clemson. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Hayes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Irish needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on third down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, come away with a sack.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Tie game here early in the second half, and offensively you're hoping to get something going, but after that incompletion, it kind of kills all of your momentum. This quarterback is really going to have to lock in here for the rest of this game if they're going to win.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Out of the gun to give to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. He leaves it with his back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. With the catch, it's Jones.
It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Clark. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here come the Irish back on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Pressure coming. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could.
There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I've got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. third and short. They'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. From midfield, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And back to the air on second down. Quickly complete. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Snap in the shotgun. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out from the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That #1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Working that left side. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
Quick completion on the out. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Finds his man. It's Clark. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting him, because on this drive, his quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down to possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll run this play from the pistol. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped in the effort.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield. It's Poole. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Hard-hitting tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to throw on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Makes the catch. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Never a doubt. The final grains of sand were about to disappear from the hourglass, and just in the nick of time, they tie it up.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Dropping back, it's Poole. Grabs it in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the right depth on his route.
Makes the grab past the marker. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, you don't see bigger moments in games than that right there. Overtime, tie game, fourth down, and you need the first to keep your chances alive.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they grab the lead here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Irish! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1. And now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. First and goal, they'll try to take the lead here in the second overtime. They'll run it on first and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll go to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking to pass, it's Poole. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And they're featuring this guy all day long. Now he's over 150 yards. Great job by the offense. This is a matchup. I'm going to take advantage. He's taking advantage of it all game long.
Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Yeah, and I love the big tight ends because they got those big catch radius. You can throw it anywhere near them, and they're going to catch it. And great tackles, the big physicality after the run, getting some extra yards when it wasn't there.
Touchdown, Tiger! They got it in to tie it up here in double overtime, and now the two-pointer will win it.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I've got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules. They changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck. And you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios.